Hello everyone and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3. We have made a lot of good progress recently, I feel. Though, you know, progress is odd in pYanodon's because you can't always measure it. And when you look around the base, you're like, does it really look any different? But we've got caravans, and that actually is a big deal. And we figured out this delivery system that's not going to waste resources, which is great because we don't have unlimited resources, right? Like Vrauk production, oh, not there, here is directly tied to how much or how many caravan actions our caravans can take. So I could always expand Vrauk production, of course. Vrauks are not very expensive. They take a decent amount of room, but that's about it, and some flora. A little bit of CO2, nothing big. We did recently increase the moss production so that it should be enough. And it looks like it is, maybe? This one has no flora, that's because it just finished. Okay, it is looking like they all have enough moss. I'm looking at the contents down here in the bottom right, just to double check that they all have enough stuff, and it seems like they do. Wait, item ingredient shortage. We don't have enough Vrauk eggs. Now that's interesting. That's probably because I just stole a bunch. Yeah. And these produce at exactly the rate that these need. So because we stole 40 of them to make our caravans, it's gonna take a hot second for this to catch up. Because basically the Vrauk eggs on the belt will only catch up by these not running. As long as all 8 of these are running, we're not actually netting any Vrauk eggs, or cocoons. So it'll take a minute for that to work itself out. Let's check on circuit production, because that should be, yeah, I was a little worried that it's not actually consistent here. Though it's been 5.5. What are we supposed to be getting? We're supposed to be getting 6 a minute. I'm not really sure why this would slow down because I feel like we can afford everything here. So what's the holdup? Holdup is probably substrates, which is fiber. Oh, are we just not making enough wood? You know, that could be it. I forgot how much wood we needed. Why did I not consider the... Well, it is only 2.9 wood a second, though. Wait, something's wrong. That says 2.9 wood. What's going on here? 1.667 wood for 0.334 fiber. This is way... What is... Is this the wrong recipe? Something's jacked up here. 10 wood to 2 fiber in 10 seconds. Is that the one we're using? Yes. That is the one we're using. So we have 7 of them. They each use 1 per second. So then if we do this, why is that saying 6.64 wood processing units? Oh, I see. The turd changed the building. Okay, so it's really 1 point. So I really only need a little more than 2 of these. Yeah, okay, that, or a little under 2 of these. Okay, that makes sense. So the point is we have more than we need, which is, you know, neither here nor there, because that shouldn't mess this up. The problem is we're just not making enough wood. So let's see. throw a little bit more in there. So my overall wood production is 0.6, which is 6 logs a second. Oh, but this can't handle... Wait, no, that can handle 4 logs a second. Okay. So it's 6 wood a second is what I meant to say. So that can handle infinite. Maybe I do one more tree doodad. Getting 0.3 seedling. See, the problem is I need another one of those. Where's all this wood going? I guess a lot of it's going to cellulose. What's a pYscience need? 1.8 a second. So that's 2 wood a second. This is another 3. So that's 5 wood a second for circuits and pYscience. Yeah, I probably do need a little more here. Because that's only 6 wood a second total. And we're also fueling lots of things. I don't have an easy way to expand right here, though. Maybe I do. This is a dead belt. I don't know what this was. But that one's dead and gone. Maybe I can make this work. That tile or that tile? It's left of the stripes. And then I have a botany lab, or what's that called? Botanical nursery. Right here. And then I think we'll probably need more moss, but I can deal with that in a second. Like that. Let's see. This, copy the recipe, get power to it. Okay. Now that's gonna be enough. 0.75 moss. Yeah, I should get a little more moss going here. Let's move the muddy sludge up a little bit. So that we can fit a couple moss makers here. What I really should do is just have a big, I don't know, a caravan with tons of moss, and he can go around and drop off moss at the places that need it. Or something, I don't know. I don't know what I should do. The coke here, I don't even know what that's doing. Is that doing anything important? Yeah, that looks kind of important. Kind of important. In fact, very important. It's for circuits, ceramic, and our petri dishes. I can't mess with that. This, I can do a splitter. Let's put them up here like this. I'll just connect up the stuff to the side. I guess we've already got this, so I can just T-junction right there. And then the dioxide we can T-junction and L-junction right there. And then we've got stone. And that's all that's needed. And then the output. So let's do... Oh, that's funny, it's not gonna work. Interesting. So I guess this one, I have an idea. This one is the one that needs to be fed in like this, and then the other ones can be fed in from the side, maybe? Onto an underground belt, which can't reach all the way. This just keeps getting more interesting, don't it? Alright, what if I did this? Aha! Is it disgusting spaghetti? Maybe a little bit, but think of how cool it is. Alright. And honestly, I'm just going to take a bunch from moss gene samples. We're going to need them eventually. Might as well start building them up. I need more petri dishes too. Vacuum. Vacuum. Thank you. I think I did this right. I mean, those are gonna go on that belt. They're both gonna get side loaded, so sides of belt. Oh, wait. No, sides of belt doesn't matter. Because it's side loading onto the next belt too. But I just realized that we actually did put it on the wrong side of the belt. Okay, well, we got it. Our caravans are ready to go. I'm not gonna probably carry them because, well, that's 3 inventory slots, but I will put them over here in our useful chest. Make caravans is done. All right, so now I'm gonna work on chromium and medium power poles. Oh, I've got some hot coffee. It is a good morning. Okay, so chromium is here. No, where is it? There? Or there? Chromium is not close. Chromium seems like a slam dunk option for caravan usage, given we just got caravans. Let's go investigate what it would look like. Oh look, I already have some stuff in trash slots. Wonderful. Let's investigate what it would look like to do chromium over here. What all do we need? I think we need syngas, right? What? I wasn't expecting this many trees. Alright, so the power lines do go to here. So it'll be, let's just get rid of this. Who needs that forest? I gotta say, it is nothing but pure relief to me that we don't have to deal with enemies. I'm very apprehensive about the Pi enemy, or Pi aliens, I guess they're calling it, the Pi aliens mod. I'm just really apprehensive about it. I don't really want to have to deal with defenses. I don't think that works for pYanodon's. So I'm very interested to see what they do with it. I know there's a lot of other people that feel similarly about Pi. And I think the devs are good devs, so I'm still, you know, I'm willing to hear them out, so to speak, but there's a part of me that's like, I just don't know if I'm ever gonna want that. But maybe they'll do it in a way that's just way cooler and way more fun than I ever imagined it could be. Who knows? I'm just gonna clear off this patch. I imagine we're gonna need a dump chest for that. So much stone. And then they leave stuff on the ground sometimes, because I don't know. The bots don't like to pick up the stone poops, I guess. Alright, well anyway, you know what I'm gonna do is just craft 50 of these. Or 100. They get used in a lot of recipes anyway. Alright, so we're gonna need electric fluid mining drills. We're gonna need syngas down here. We could carry the chromium ore. We could smelt it on site if we had fuel, which we don't. I mean, there's rock hole down there, but I mean, I could use electricity to smelt it. Oh, hold on. Oh. My bad. There is no easy chromium anymore. Crap. Oh, we can't. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. I was lacking the memory that they changed this. There used to be a chromium ore to chromium plate recipe. It no longer exists. Okay. So the only way we can make chromium now is with the chromite sand. Alright, fair enough. And sand casting? Oh my god, okay. We're a really far way away from chromium. Like, we actually need intermetallics before that. Okay. Well, intermetallics. We'll make the quest. Intermetallics, vitrolloy, antimony. I'm just getting stuff listed here. Titanium will have to come before those. Duralumin, I would like to come before those. Dealing with Keragen needs to come before those. Chromium can finally come after intermetallics. Okay, wow. That really changed our outlook on things, didn't it? So where is antimony? Antimony is... I thought there was a close by patch. Is there not? Wow, there really isn't. That's the closest. Way out there. Alright, well that will almost certainly be a caravan situation. I mean, we've also got antimony down here, which is already kind of lined up with these. Not sure which one is closer, relatively. I'm almost inclined to use this one just because it's in line with other stuff. It'll also be in line with borax later and rare earth. So maybe we just keep going with this kind of highway of materials. So antimony is an interesting beast. It requires these antimony drills, which if we mouse over one, wait, it consumes fluid? Hold on. I thought we needed, let's see, antimony ore. Well, we can make one of these. Let me just make one, because I can't remember what they need, and I don't want to screw it up. So let's not take any chances here. Because I seem to remember needing canistered fuel or drill heads or both. I can't remember what we needed. But I remember using canisters for antimony last time. Maybe that was just a choice. That's not antimony. What am I doing? Anti-money. You've got money and you've got anti-money. Alright, what do you use? Okay, it consumes fluid fuel. Alright, just like anything else. Got it. So we could pipe something down here. I think last time I just used canisters because maybe I was using caravans for that? I don't actually remember. I don't remember why I did, but I canistered up like gasoline or something last time. Something like that. I don't remember exactly what I did, but it was in that category. Now, since there's already power down here, I might as well throw a radar. Alright, so we could pipe power fuel all the way down there. That's certainly an option. We could also... what else could we do? It's a long wave. I'm feeling like... Can we make canisters already? Yes. So, here's my thought. We could use a caravan to take fuel and then bring back ore. Because that's the trade. The trade is... do they need power as well? No, they don't even need power. So we just trade fluid fuel for ore. That's not that bad. gonna throw in and antimony. Where's the final one? Where are you? This one. Alright, so, oh my god. If I wanted 1 per second, it would take 10 buffs. Basic oxygen furnaces. Ridiculous. So then the grade 4... How does this work? Grade 2 goes to grade 3 and 4. Grade 3 goes to grade 4. Grade 4 is what turns into the oxide. And then finally grade 2 comes from crushing it. But then crushing it also gives us grade 1, which goes to grade 2. So then, we should be able to move that there. And that starts with ore, everything's there, matrix solve, it gets all the right numbers, and bada bing, bada boom. So this is probably a lot bigger than we want to make it. I also have to think, a caravan only holds 1,500 antimony. Maybe even less, because it's going to need a few slots for canisters. So if we're using a caravan, this just feels like a bad idea to use a caravan, to be honest. I might just belt it. It'll be the forever belt. Really forever belt. Especially because it's getting up to here. Maybe this would be better. Because if I'm smelting it up here, when you factor that in, this one, I mean... Just measuring, I'll just use this as a measuring tool. Whatever this is. My base length. So, you know, it's about a little less than 1 base length over, and then, I don't know, a 1/4 down. Whereas if I wanted to bring it up from here, it's a full base length up, a little bit more, and another 1/4 away. So yeah, I'm back to using this antimony over here. Heck, I can even use that one. That's even better. And that does cross by borax and niobium as well. So there's useful materials along the same line. The other thing worth noting is the basic oxygen furnaces use a lot of solid fuels. Oops. You can see here, if we wanted that much, they'd use a full belt of raw coal. And we need oxygen, because, you know, they're oxygen furnaces. And that uses, oh my golly gosh, that uses a lot of power. I don't have any other way, right? Wait, what? You can electrolyze muddy sludge? To make water? And soil. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a Pi hard mode recipe. I bet it is. Now what? What's the situation here? Why are we? Why are we making 100 oxygen? Is this another Helmod glitch? I think this is a Helmod error. There's no reason why we should be getting... It's not, there's no loops here for Matrix Solver to even be doing anything weird. Okay, we're at 24 minutes. I will need to mention this to the Helmod dev. 24... 20. Alright, so yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that's 100 when that's 50. It doesn't really have any need to. If Matrix Solver's off, it still does 100. I assume, again, because this is the 1 recipe per second thing, but it should be reducing that down to 50. I don't know why it isn't. Normally it's smart enough to reduce, you know, building production. I don't know why it's not here. If I put it in its own block and link it, is it smart enough? It still isn't. If I control click it, it is. But when it was not in its own block, oh, it's still. See, this is janky behavior. Like it should know that hydrogen doesn't even exist in this block, and it should link the oxygen. I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to control click when only one of the things matches with an ingredient above. Now, I would understand if hydrogen was linked, but this is back to that weird behavior where you have to tell it to link the other one, but like, I shouldn't have to tell it here because this is obviously the one that matches. So this feels like something it should be able to do. I understood when it was a block that made two different things, and we needed both of them, that we needed to link the smaller one, or yeah, make the bigger one the main one, and then additionally add the smaller one. That made sense to me, but this one doesn't make sense to me. Also, why does this break it? That makes even less sense. Why does control clicking that turn it to 0? That doesn't even make sense. Alright, yeah, that's a little buggy. Something's weird in there. Anyway, my point is it takes a lot of power. That's Hellmod detour as usual, but it takes a lot of power to get the oxygen you need. So we're probably not going to do this much. Maybe I'll do 0.5. It's a bit more modest. 5 oxygen furnaces, 9 screeners, 4 jaw crushers, 4 more screeners, 3 electrolyzers, total of 33 megawatts. That's all doable, and we get some good gravel and stone out. A little bit of iron oxide even. Okay, and we need plastic for this, which is not a zero cost actually. Actually a lot of aromatics and syngas. What was our production for those? That's a lot of our aromatics, actually. We'll get better ways to make plastic, though, don't you worry. We just don't have them yet. We just don't have them. What is that? Benzene? Oh, wow, that's 20 plastic for that recipe, though. Okay, anyway. Yeah, this is definitely about the most I could handle right now, so let's stick with that. It feels weird to do antimony before titanium, so I'm not going to. But it just... we got that figured out. Let's do titanium now. Alright. So we got your standard... your standard titanium block here. How much would this cost me, by the way? Let's see, to make 15, I would need what, 40? No, 60? I need 30 miners for that, burning 60 acetylene a second. I am making plenty of acetylene, so that's actually not a problem. It is kind of crazy, though. I also want to point out, people mention this all the time, acetylene has 1 megajoule of fuel value, so this is 200 megawatts of fluid fuel right here. And I could use that to power all my glassworks and stuff if I wanted to. Right now I'm just using the gasoline and syngas, but we could easily add acetylene to be one of the options. Or just use that as the main thing. Anyway, back to what I was doing here. Titanium. We need another block. For it, using the grade 3 version. And in that version, let's see. How does this all work again? I don't even know. Okay, so ore turns into grade 1 and 2. Grade 2 goes to grade 1, so then we've got all grade 1, and that turns into 3 and rejects. And then rejects get secondary crushed into 3. So then we've got all grade 3, and grade 3 is what gets smelted. And we need a total of 28 buildings. Well, 20 plus furnaces. Because furnaces are tiny, so I don't count that too much. And this is just 23 furnaces instead of 8 furnaces. And the plate output is about double. I'm gonna just live dangerously and assume that... Hold on. Wow, that's a lot of wood. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna live dangerously, and we are going to presume that if we just let titanium run, we can skip stage 1. We'll just do stage 0 titanium, which is direct smelting. Right now I'm trying to... What am I trying to do? Let's see. Why don't we pick up the fluid miners over here, and then we'll smelt them into tier 2s. Or mark 2s, I should say. But yeah, I'm just gonna say screw it. We're not gonna do the complex version. We're gonna deconstruct all this. Wow, this is a lot of titanium. I guess that's what we signed up for. This one's not full. Alright, you guys get it all? Looks like it. Wait, no. Chests are still on the ground. Okay. Now you got it all. Cool. All right, and then we wanted to craft 3, 4, 5. What are we out of? We're out of small parts. Let's go grab a bunch of small parts here. And we shall get the old TI 84. What am I doing? Small parts. Oh no, they're not over here anymore. I still have this chest full, but yeah, that's kind of funny. I'm out of aluminum and I'm out of engines. Engines are worrisome. We need to put engines in our mall, because they take 5 ever to handcraft. And I have aluminum over here now. I think I'm gonna start mixing more metals. The reason is because by the time... Hear me out, hear me out. By the time... Split filters per lane, by the way, is so cool. But maybe I'll get a sentence out. By the time I need more than 7.5 a second, I am gonna have trains. That's my take right now. So at least for this mall area, we're gonna just use half lanes for things. I do think iron and copper could be an exception to that, so I don't mind having a full belt of those, but I don't think anything else is gonna surpass that before we get trains. Okay, so engines are what? Small parts, pipes, and aluminum? Is that something like that? Yes. Small parts, pipe, and aluminum. By the way, our small parts weren't running until just now. Cool. Alright, so small parts, pipe, and aluminium. Pipe is easy to just make wherever. Whoa, we still aren't feeding these for some reason. So we'll get that going. Wow, I really made a couple mistakes there and didn't even... I never even checked that the mall was running after we finished it. Okay, so we just need some iron... aluminum. Maybe down here. Because we need the iron. For the pipes, we need the small parts. And we need aluminum, which can come around here. And then we need the wood to take a detour. I can't use that square. Okay, do that. Why did this get all complicated all of a sudden? So there's aluminum, there's small parts. There's wood into that one. This one needs wood in as well, which would be like that, but then I have no iron in. Or sorry, I have no way to get pipe to there. You know, you'd think this would be easier. What if I put this here? Does that make things better? Kind of. Then it opens that up. You put the iron. Okay, I think I got it all. We'll find out. Pipe. Engine is where? Here? You'd think it'd go with these things. It does not. Fine. It is in alternative energy. Okay. Wasn't gonna look for it there in a million years. Now this is gonna be real slow because it's 40 small parts per engine. So we're talking like 1 per minute. I feel like that could be worth a faster inserter, which I will craft a few of. And then we need to bring over the aluminium. All right. That'll do it. We broke power again. That fixes that. How's our lamp coverage? I don't know. It's not very good, I don't think. I think we need one over here. Okay, but that should build up over time. They stack to 50, right? Yeah, so 100 engines is more than enough for now. And then the rest of this stuff I screwed up too because we don't have iron being fed into there. I also don't need that many pipes. Cool. Alright, now that's all running. Oh, and we need to feed small parts up to here. I don't know why I spaced that. So this one will keep feeding small parts in there. You bring small parts up here. And and then we grab those. Alright. So we can continue producing all of our pipe variants. Those are the ones that needed small parts, I guess. These ones don't need small parts. Interesting. Alright, and then all of our belts, which I'm almost out of, by the way. I think I probably still have a bunch in the old chest, but it is worth noting, all the iron is getting sucked up here. We are using a full 7.5 a second, which is maybe problematic. Am I making that much? Okay, now here's another Helmod bug. These are not the same order. Okay, let's see, what are we at? 40, 50. So the order of these two blocks does not match the order of these two. Because this is the one that's making 3 per second. It's on the top. I click on the one on the top. This is not the one making 3 per second. So somehow the order of these is... It's actually linked improperly. Like now this is the wrong one still. So moving them doesn't even fix it. That's really interesting. Huh. Obviously when you click on the button itself, it takes you to the right one. But look, this is... I wonder if it's because we're on product input. I bet it is. Yeah. I wonder if that should be fixed or if that's okay the way it is, now that I think about it. Because product input versus ingredient input does normally reverse the order, but it feels like it should reverse the order over here too. I think. So that feels a bit like a bug. Anyway, I was just going to type 30 into here because we're doing 2 belts of iron. And that only gets us 6 iron a second is my production right now. So we're actually using all of our iron. And like an idiot, I don't know why I buffered iron after a split instead of before a split. I don't... Well, hold on. This is maybe smart. What if we had 2 different buffers? Is that a good idea? No, we can live with the 1 buffer, right? If we only live with 1 buffer, we can never support more than 15 a second consumption, though. Whereas if we live with 2 buffers, we could support up to 30 a second consumption. So 2 buffers is better if you consume in large waves, which we know that we do. So I'm actually going to move some of these plates over. We know that we consume iron in large chunks. I like to leave a few closed slots sometimes, just so I can put a couple stacks in myself, you know, if I'm trying to get rid of things or whatever. Okay, so that should buffer for the bus, or the mall, whatever this thing's called. And there's my more engines that I was looking for. All of that was, I think, for these guys? Yes. Which need electric mining drills, which need a lot of iron. We're gonna need a new dump chest zone over here. There we go. Got a lot of wood and soil and limestone and logs and sap and biomass and ash and a copper cable and some random titanium. I don't need that much titanium. We've got lots of goodies that we don't need to be holding on to. And my inventory looks like we've got a lot of extra room, but it's because I don't have any belts on me. Gotta go get the belt. Speaking of belts, this video is sponsored by Groove Belt. No, I'm kidding. I wish. Groove Belt, please send me money. I'll plug your belts. I promise. Oh man. Look, I'm not above sponsorship by pretty much anything. As long as it's not a product I believe is harmful, I don't think I would have an issue with sponsorships. You know, things that are actively harmful, I think I would reject a sponsorship with, but And when I say actively harmful, you know, I mean things like, what's a good example? I don't know, like I can't even think of a good example right now. But basically, if it feels like a scam type situation, I wouldn't ever do that. If it's more just like, oh yeah, maybe their product kind of sucks a little bit, but they want to sponsor me, well, that's fine. As long as I don't have to say, I think this product is the best product ever, you know? As long as it's just like like I just read a marketing thing and then they give me money, I would do that. Because the reason I would do that, if you're like, wow, Krydax, what a sellout. Well, most people who feel that way have never been in a position where their income depends on things like viewership and money. You know, it's like, this isn't a job where I get a paycheck, right? This is a job where my actual livelihood depends on the income from, you know, things like views and videos. And so a sponsorship is a way to basically allow me to, you know, make a little bit of consistent income from something. Again, I'm not going to do it in such a way that makes my videos feel like trash. I would never compromise the actual integrity of my videos, but, you know, a couple minutes of a plug real quick that you guys can just skip, you know, when you're watching the video, like that's, if that allows me to, you know, have a more realistic income doing full-time content creation, like I would certainly do it. On that note, I've been wanting to talk about this for a few episodes now, and I just keep forgetting to bring it up. I wanted to bring up the topic of ads, YouTube ads. I'd like to hear how you guys feel about them on these videos. They might be a little much, is what I'm wondering. And if you feel like, I mean, YouTube ads are always a little much, so I don't really know what I'm asking, because to some level, if I'm just asking you guys if you like the ads, of course you're gonna say no, and I would say no as well, but they're also a little bit of like a necessary evil situation for the exact reasons I was just talking about. So I'm not really sure what I'm asking, other than like, are they too terrible? Do they feel like they're too frequent compared to what they used to be? Because I know, I increased the frequency a little bit, and it's because I need to eat. And I'm increasingly feeling like YouTube Premium is not actually crazy. Given how much YouTube a lot of us watch, it's not that much more than Netflix or, you know, another streaming service. And a lot of people watch far more YouTube than they watch Netflix or Hulu or things like that. So to some level, I actually don't think YouTube Premium's that bad of a deal. And if you use YouTube Premium, then you don't have to worry about ads at all. So there is a little bit of me that kind of, if you feel like the YouTube ads are too much, like I encourage you to consider that. The thing I don't love is that I can't give my Patreons an ad-free experience. That's what I really wish I could do, because, you know, Patreon is obviously the quote-unquote best way to support me as a content creator, and I do wish that there was a way I could somehow give Patreon supporters an ad-free experience. You know, on Twitch, it was nice because Twitch subs are a lot cheaper individually, and people could Twitch sub to just, you know, the one or two channels they really enjoy watching, and people could Twitch sub to me and watch the Twitch side of things ad-free. But now that's not really an option because I'm not doing the live streams at the moment, which again, this is just a temporary thing. I don't imagine I will never do Pi live streams again. It's just where we're at right now. I'm wondering if titanium should be the first one that's on the right side here. And I think I'm gonna say yes to that, because it just feels weird to drag this all the way to the left. So we'll put it over there for now. Did I get rid of all these? I did. Clean up these rocks a little bit. All right, that's better. But yeah, anyway, I don't know what you guys think. If you know, let me know your thoughts. They might not be positive thoughts. I understand if you hate ads and you feel like I'm a sellout because I have ads in my videos, you know, that's your opinion, man, and you can have it. But, you know, I do need income, and, you know, I would love to say, I don't want to make promises I can't keep. I'll start by saying that. I would love a world where there's enough income for me from the content creation that I could remove mid-roll ads and just do pre-rolls. Because mid-roll ads are the ones that obviously feel worse. Like, watching an ad before you start a video is fine. It's also hard because I do really long videos, right? Like, I'm doing, you know, sometimes an hour and 20 minutes per video. And if I were making 20-minute videos, that would be 4 ads that you would normally see if I gave out 4 separate 20-minute videos instead of an hour and 20 minutes. So that's part of the reason why mid-rolls make sense, is just because of the length of the videos. The problem is if they're like every few minutes, then that's kind of ridiculous and annoying. So I don't know, y'all. It's a complicated idea, and I don't know exactly the best way to handle it. But anyway, there's my head talk. I guess. All right, we're doing 100 here by 43. No! I need one more tile. Here, let me get a radar. I mean, really, I can put one a little further out, maybe. All right, so then this needs to be, it's been really nice, by the way, not having tape line crash. 100 by 41. And then we need that to be 43 squares. Don't ask why 43. We already talked about this. I don't know. I can't tell you. But wait a second. I can't remember now. Does this represent the top square of the previous one or the bottom square of the current one? It represents the top square. Yeah. So this is for what's below it. Okay. So then I need to build above this line. Right here. We can build on this line, we cannot build on the bottom line. Okay, got it. And then we are gonna need to bring over fueling. I think I'll just bring the raw coal from over here. We don't need too much of it. You know, I'm running out of splitters, by the way. And we've run out of iron plates completely. Alright, do that. Come over here. Be sad that we don't have belt immunity equipment, because I really, 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 really like belt immunity equipment. And then bring this over. I guess we kind of need this to go over and then up. I know that's kind of weird, but again, we need the middle to be free for stuff to flow down, so the ore comes out on this side. This tin patch is totally in the way, and I may move it. We have the ore eraser tool. I may get the other tool. There's another mod that allows you to move them. But this tin patch is pretty sufficient, and there's a 93 million there and a 91 million there, so I probably can just delete this, to be honest. The problem is it's in a decent spot as in terms of closeness to the base, but it's gonna be a long time before I need more tin than this can offer. So maybe I should just say screw it and delete it. Yep, you only live once. Boom, 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 boom. Heck, I don't even have to delete the whole thing. I can just delete that part. And we can leave some of it. That certainly is not cheating. I mean, None of it's cheating. Like it's just visual. If I'm never mining it, it's a purely visual change. And if I am mining it, I'm the one that loses by deleting it. So it is very much the opposite of cheating. And leaving part of it is still the opposite of cheating, because I just made that patch worse than it was before in terms of mining. It's just better for me visually, is all. You know what? I would actually appreciate... Huh. I just thought of a thing. I would kind of appreciate a version of... And I don't know how you do this. I don't know if it's even possible. But a way where you could do a Boolean toggle where when you're laying a tile, you could say go over ore is true, and then you would lay down concrete and it would hide the ore, but the ore would still be there underneath, and you could even put miners on top of it. And then you could toggle that off if you didn't want to hide the ore when you were laying down concrete. I'm guessing there might be a mod that forces it to hide ore, but I don't know if I always want that. So that's kind of a, like, that's why I'm saying I'd appreciate if there was like a Boolean option. I don't even know how many we needed. What did it say? I mean, 22.5 if we've got the full ore, which I don't think we're ever going to. But just for completeness sake, I might as well. That's 18, 20, 22.5. I mean, I might as well. And then we'll have to do the splitsies thing. Let's see. Pick up all the ore. And by splitsies thing, I mean this thing. Where we then go up, and then we go down and around. Now we have 2 belts that are half and half. We can get 7.5 a second on each, which half of 22.5 is 11.25, so I actually need 12 per set. So right there, this is the first one that needs the other belt. Like that. Okay. And since we have even numbers, I don't mind doing the little, I don't know what you call this, but you know, pairing up the inserters rather than having them, you know, aligned on the right side of every furnace. I think the pairing up tends to look a little cleaner over time. All right, and then we're gonna have ash and titanium. And we'll have to filter the ash over there. Ash. And then this is TI. Not the wrapper, but the metal. Bada bing, bada boom. I always need more of these, it seems like. Alright, let me get rid of all this ore. That wasn't good enough. That should do it. And then some raw coal I don't want. There we go. And that should do it. Oh, we need radar down there. Alright, well this is a perfect little ending point for the episode. We've got titanium done. We improved our mall. We set up, I did something else, right? Well, we talked about antimony. I guess we did some Hellmod stuff. We got more moss. I swear I did something else. Did I really not do anything else? We figured out the fiber issue. Yeah, we've done a lot of little stuff, but mainly it was fixing them all and setting up titanium. Okay. Wow. Really felt like we did more than that. But the antimony investigation took a minute. There was a couple minutes of Hellmod ranting, but that wasn't actually that long compared to how that normally goes. It was a relatively short Hellmod ranting session. Get radar coverage down here. Actually, what it did that? Okay, yeah, I wanted to make sure it like lined up with the next one, and it does. That's perfect. And it might actually be a little better if I put it out here. Perfect. All right, now I could certainly support more than that. It's just that the fluid miners are kind of expensive. And I'm short on circuits, it looks like, at the moment. Let me go grab some more engines, since those have been crafting for a bit. We'll craft a few more, and then we'll call it at that point. I don't like these power poles, I'm realizing, because this is an area I'm going to drive over a bunch of times. So I think what I'm going to do is deconstruct all of that, and we'll connect it here. That's a lot better. Oh, where's the car? It's over to the west. Right, there's more engines. You know what we need to put on the list next is lay brick. And think about other tiles. So that's what we can start with in the next episode, because I do want to start looking into producing these. It's particularly asphalt and limestone. The iron oxide tiles look a little weird, but they could still be useful for certain things. And they're all the 350% walking speed. So I can make little highways where I can almost walk as fast as the car drives, which will be very nice. Because stone brick is only 150%. So we will walk more than twice as fast, which is nuts. Now, the thing I still don't know, and nobody's been able to actually tell me yet with any definitive certainty, is this walking speed that I have, is that additive with tile bonuses or multiplicative? Meaning, like right now on regular ground, I'm walking at a speed of 1.15 relative to default walking speed. If I didn't have these bonuses and I was walking on stone tiles, I would be walking at a speed of 1.5. When I have this bonus and I'm walking on stone tiles, am I walking at a speed of 1.65, which would make the bonuses additive, or am I walking at a speed of 1.725? I don't actually know, and I would love for someone to tell me. With someone, and not just guessing. Sometimes I ask these questions and people are like, well, I think it does that. It's like, okay, well, that doesn't tell me anything. I might think it does one thing or the other as well, but that doesn't tell me which one it actually does. You know, I need somebody to actually do research or have some amount of confidence in why the answer is one way or the other. Anyway, I was going to do more crafting. More crafting of this, which needed more circuits. Speaking of, oh, what am I missing now? Aluminum? I should still have a bunch over here, but this is no longer the home of aluminum. Now I'm out of air core inductors, which I probably actually don't have a bunch over there anymore. So let me drive over to my mall here. And I goofed. These don't get any iron. Shoot. Not that it would matter right now, because all of my iron's going to small parts. Wow. But, regardless, we need the iron here. Guess I can do it that way. Okay. So, I'm just gonna have to let that run for a minute, I think. I guess I could put 100 iron in. That does get me... It's 2 to 1. It's only half an iron per air core, so that does last a while. Alright. 6 more... That's a lot of power too, so I think 6 more is fine for now. We're still okay on power, actually. Nothing to be concerned about yet. What did I just do? Those are not lined up. Oh my goodness. There we go. Alright, now that's 6 ore a second. That's still not very much, to be honest. Oh no, I don't want to craft that. Alright, we'll call this an episode. Titanium is fully automated. It's a thing of beauty, the purple ore. I actually think it's a really pretty ore as far as the like coloring of it. I think it's maybe my favorite. I don't know. Molybdenum is pretty cool too, but I really like this one. But yeah, we'll call that an episode. So as usual, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next episode.